Good afternoon. My name is Rajibul Islam. I am from Bangladesh. I prepared this market research report. I have a bachelor degree on accounting and finance, and I have a MSc in financial management. I studied in UK. Over a decade of experience in different industries. Currently, I am working in a British company. At the same time, I have a small business in Bangladesh. This report is divided into 9 parts, 9 sections, 9 chapters. As usual, the executive summary, then the market overview, competitive landscapes. I try to cover the presentation within these 9 chapters. In the market overview section, we will look into the market size, user demographics, mobile app usage trends, e-commerce trends, artificial intelligence and technology adoption, the rise of resale market, and the competitive landscape. After the executive summary, we will look into the market overview, which is probably the biggest section in this report. I tried to divide it into 14 parts. This is going to cover the market size, user demographics, mobile app usage trends, e-commerce trends, the rise of resale market in US, AI and technology adoption, competitive landscape, recent developments, the recent market developments, what big companies are doing, trends and drivers, market opportunities, unique selling points, some of the USP I will be describing, then the market positioning, and the future outlook, and then the findings. Then we'll look into the competitive landscape section, where I tried to find as much as information about the competitors, what the major players are doing, what are they offering, what are they charging for their services, and the features, what features they are offering, and what features users are looking for, right? Then I've done a SWOT analysis in this competitive landscape section. After competitive landscape, we'll look into the consumer analysis. This section is broken into 6 parts: target audience demographics, target audience psychographics, user behavior insight, fashion and beauty app usage, user preference, and fashion apps. User preference in fashion apps, what users look for in a fashion and beauty recommendation app, user needs and preferences. In the technology and AI section, I divided it in 8 parts. Number 1, AI integration trends, image recognition advancements, personalized recommendation engine, integration of social elements, real-time trend analysis, foundation models, and generative AI for diverse applications, tech stack overflow, and personal plan. The human resource section. We'll take a look into that. Next comes the regulatory and legal considerations. This is a small section which covers the data privacy compliance, user consent and transparency, intellectual property protection, compliance monitoring, secure data storage, transparent incident response. The next section is marketing and distribution channels. Here we will cover user acquisition strategy, marketing channels and distribution channels, marketing effectiveness, common marketing, key performance indicators. Next comes the financial analysis section, where we cover the financial overview, sales plan, key assumptions and considerations, and then exit strategy, just in case if the company plans to exit this business. Then comes the last part, risk analysis. It's a very important part. Like every other business, there are some risks. We divided this chapter in 2 parts, risk analysis and the execution risk. Alright, let's start from the executive summary. Now, what is Fashion Buddy? Fashion Buddy is a AI-powered personalized fashion and beauty recommendation app which personalized fashion and beauty recommendations based on individual preferences and current market trends, current fashion trends. And this app will analyze the user's social media, mobile device, multimedia files, and then customized recommendation to the users. Apart from the outfits, this app will suggest the combination of makeups, accessories, beauty products, and grooming products, as well as to some extent some wellness products as well. This report is supported by the latest market data based on some really dependable sources like McKinsey, Statista, e-commerce BD, Gartner, and so on. Now comes the methodology. I mainly use the secondary source of information, mostly the publicly available reports, company materials, news, subscription based platforms, and online research. Next, we'll see the market review. Next, we'll see the market overview. Market overview. All right. Fashion Buddy is a AI-powered application which is developed targeting to those individuals who are mainly fashion and beauty conscious people. The app regularly provides personalized fashion recommendations and for their it's like shopping assistant and recommendations for their makeup using augmented reality, virtual reality, but it's not like other fashion assistant, style assistant apps. Beyond the outfit recommendation, it also this beyond the fashion recommendation, this will also suggest for the accessories, beauty products, personal products. Let's say you have a set of outfits in your wardrobe, virtual wardrobe, and this is going to suggest you a combination of outfits for a particular occasion, religious, maybe cultural, any occasion, for any occasion, for any calendar occasions, any grooming, personal grooming. And if you don't have a good combination of outfits in your wardrobe, this is going to suggest a set of clothes, a set of dresses from online platforms as well. And this is also going to show a comparison of prices in different platforms, from different platforms. Let's have a look at the size of the generative AI in the fashion market. As you can see in this graph, in 2022 the market size is 69 million, and by 2032 this market is going to reach to 1481 million. The market is going to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 36.9%, and the projected market size by 2032 will be 1481 million. The e-commerce represents almost quarter of the total US online retail sales, which is expected to exceed 207 billion by 2023, by the end of this year. The revenue from the e-commerce based fashion industry has a compound annual growth rate of 13% from 2017 to 2027. The compound annual growth rate of revenue from e-commerce based fashion industry is 13% from 2017 to 2022, from 2017 to 2027, and the demographic is almost 60% women and 40% men. Next, we'll see the market overview. All right. Fashion Buddy is a AI-powered application which is developed targeting to those individuals who are mainly fashion and beauty conscious people. The app regularly provides personalized fashion recommendations and for their it's like shopping assistant and recommendations for their makeup using augmented reality, virtual reality, but it's not like other fashion assistant, style assistant apps. Beyond the outfit recommendation, beyond the fashion recommendation, this will also suggest for the accessories, beauty products, personal products. Let's say you have a set of outfits in your wardrobe, virtual wardrobe, and this is going to suggest you a combination of outfits for a particular occasion, religious, maybe cultural, any occasion, for any calendar occasions, any grooming, personal grooming. And if you don't have a good combination of outfits in your wardrobe, this is going to suggest a set of clothes, a set of dresses from online platforms as well. And this is also going to show a comparison of prices from different platforms. Let's have a look at the size of the generative AI in the fashion market. As you can see in this graph, in 2022 the market size is 69 million, and by 2032 this market is going to reach to 1481 million. The market is going to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 36.9%, and the projected market size by 2032 will be 1481 million. The US e-commerce represents almost quarter of the total US online retail sales, which is expected to exceed 207 billion by 2023, by the end of this year. The revenue from the e-commerce based fashion industry has a compound annual growth rate of 13% from 2017 to 2027. The compound annual growth rate of revenue from e-commerce based fashion industry is 13% from 2017 to 2027, and the demographic is almost 60% women and 40% men. For Fashion Buddy, Section 2.2.1, age distribution of US-based users of our app. There is a very big target market for our application, which is Gen Z. They age from the 12 to 25. They're called Gen Z. They're the 25% of the global population. They have a purchasing capacity of 360 billion. This Gen Z segment of customers, they're highly conscious about their fashion items. On a survey on 1000 US-based Gen Z individuals, the 89% of them said that fashion boosts their confidence, and 82% of them said fashion shapes their identity. And in their spending priorities, American Gen Z keeps fashion items before activities like drinking out, playing video games, and buying music. In this graph, we can see the age distribution and spending pattern of US-based individuals, where we can observe that, where you can see the spending tendency starts rising from the age of 25 and it starts declining after the age of 40, 45 or 55. As we have seen, the Gen Z is a very good prospect as a target customer. So I thought it would be a good idea to take a deeper look into their personality characteristics. The Gen Z personality is divided into 6 criteria, and here we will only consider the US based Z population. On each section, we will look into the name of the cluster and the percentage of the cluster compared to the Gen Z population, and what are their core values based on which they initiate purchase, which is mostly responsible for making the purchases. And why we are concerned about their purchases? Because our revenue is highly dependent on their purchase decisions, and these behaviors influence their purchase decisions. That's why we are discussing this section, right? These 6 sections. In the beginning, it comes the first cluster is forgers. They are ambitious, they pursue goal, always conventional, constantly look for new opportunities, strive to live and last impressions to others. They are the 21% of the cluster. Then comes the signalers. Signalers are also 21% of the population. Their core value is information, ideology, and improvement. Then comes the satellite forgers. They are 21% of the population. They're ambitious and confident. They pursue goals that are not always conventional. They constantly look for new opportunities, strive to leave a lasting impression on others. Their core value is introspection, improvement, and ideology. Then comes the signalers. They're also the 21% of the population. They have practical and traditional mindset. They promote robust work ethics, equates success with financial stability, and craves external validation. Their core value is information, ideology, and improvement. Next, the satellites. They're 20% of the Gen Z population. They're 20% of US-based Gen Z population. About this cluster, they want to feed in, tries to contribute to the community, cares about perceptions of others, likes to follow trends, respects influential figures. Their core value is informality, identity, and improvement. Then comes the rebels. They're only 18% of the population. They prefer to sit on the sideline and observe the world going by. They take a light-hearted approach to life, dismiss status-seeking behavior, enjoys nihilistic humor. Their core value is introspection, information, and improvement. Then explorers. They're just 12% of the population. They yearns for independence, expresses beliefs and preferences, upholds an unconventional mindset, and attempts to live life on their own terms. Their core value is informity, identity, and improvement. Next, the idealist cluster. They're only 7% of the population. They expose a strong sense of purpose and responsibility, desire to do good in the world, act to deliver positive impact maintains a reality check on the limits of activism and change. Their core values, ideology, introspection, and identity. Geographic distribution and concentration of our target customers. Just looking at the figure, we can see in 2022, North America was the largest user of generative AI in the fashion market. North America itself holds the 42% of the market share. In 2022, the market size was 69 million, and by 2032, this is going to grow at a CAGR of 36.9%, which we have seen in the previous figure. 2.3 Mobile app usage trends. In 2022, in US, Shein was the highest downloaded fashion e-commerce app. Shein had over 27 million installs in USA. Whereas Nike was second. Nike had 12.5 million downloads and Postmark have 8 millions. I think this is important to mention that in US there is a big market for resale, and some brands they are also introducing resale section. They are like Postmark and Goat, they incorporates the resale features, and due to the recent economic crisis, inflations and product price hikes, people are also considering buying second-hand outfits from brand companies as well, like Goat, Postmarks. The Goat and Postmark had like 10.4 million downloads. Goat had 7.5 million downloads in 2021. All these informations you can find in the report, and the references are also there. And the resale market is growing at a very fast pace. Like by 2030, the market is going to reach approximately $196 billion. Now let's go back a little bit and take a look at a bigger picture. In this figure, we can see until January 2023, the world population was 8.1 billion, and out of them, 5.44 billion was unique mobile phone users, and out of them, 5.16 billion people were internet users. And out of the internet users, 4.76 billion people were social media users. We can also precisely say that 68% people were mobile phone users, 64% people were using internet, and 59% out of them 59% people were social media, they're active social media users. In this figure, as we can see, out of the 5.1 billion internet users, 64.4% of them, 64.4% people are active internet users, and year-on-year change of internet user is 1.9%, which means the amount of internet user has gone up by 1.99%, and 61.6% of them are men and 67% are women. These people are on an average, they're using internet for 6 hours and 37 minutes. I mean, every day these 5.1 billion people on an average, they're using internet, they're spending time on internet for 6.6 hours and 37 minutes. And 92.3% of those people, of those internet users, they're accessing internet using mobile phones, and 65.6% of them are accessing internet using laptops, and 78.3% of the people of these internet users, they're staying in 45.8% they are from rural area. I mean, the reason I'm presenting these informations are because all this information matters to some extent to decide our marketing strategy and some features of the app to target, I mean, where to focus, in the rural area or urban area. In this figure, we can see the location-wise percentage of internet users. Like we can mainly mention that Eastern Asia, Southern Asia, and Southeastern Asia. This region, people are using more internet. Like Eastern Asia, 24%, Southeastern Asia, 18%, and Southeastern Asia 10%. North America 6.7%, which means in Eastern Asia, highest number of people are using internet compared to the global population. Then comes Southern Asia, then comes the Southeastern Asia. In this figure we can see the location wise percentage of internet users. Like we can mainly mention that Eastern Asia, Southern Asia and Southeastern Asia, this region people are using more internet. Like Eastern Asia 24%, Southeastern Asia 18% and Southeastern Asia 10%. North America 6.7%, which means in Eastern Asia highest number of people are using internet compared to the global population. Then comes Southern Asia, then comes the Southeastern Asia. In this figure you can see the daily time spent using internet. Like we are concerned about North America. Now we are concerned about USA. In USA, on an average, people spend 7 hours and 3 minutes on internet every day, and the global average is 6 hours 37 minutes.